What's up, guys? Megatron6783 over on the PSN coming at you with some more Armored Core 6. And in this video, I decided I was going to finish out my rank F arenas and go into my rank E arenas and then do the first mission of Chapter 2. Or is it the first mission? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, we got this guy, the G6 Red, I think is his name. It's probably at the beginning of the video and I just missed it. But here I am rocking my bazooka, my pulse blade, the vertical rockets, and then the 4-cell those rockets. I don't know the names of the parts, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, this guy was not hard at all. I took him down on my first try. You know, I wasn't going for any no-hit challenges or any of that nonsense. Like, I don't care. I'm never going to be that good, so I'm not wasting time attempting that. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen my Baltus video, Baltus? Yeah, you'll know. So yeah, he goes down fairly easy. Tips for him, I guess, you know, is shoot one missile salvo and then stagger your shooting and then shoot the other, because he's going to dodge out of the way of one of them and he'll get hit by the other. So yeah, he's fairly easy at this point. I mean, if you've beaten Chapter 1, you'll have enough parts, and you know, there's no definitive build to beat this guy. You just go with whatever you enjoy, I guess. So this is the notification that I have completed rank F, and now I'm moving up to rank E. I've made it, Mom. I've finally made it. We're no longer a failure. Oh, happy day. But yeah, here I'm trying to figure out OSTs, and I purchase one of the expansions, and I keep forgetting that I have them. I keep forgetting that I have it. I believe I end up buying the assault armor. And I just keep forgetting that I have the damn thing. Like, I'm so not used to, you know, clicking what is it, L3 and triangle or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this part out though, so bear with me 1 second. And we're back, and now we're gonna be moving on through our arena journey. This is Nozark. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I mean, the game is going to tell you right now if I pronounce it right, but this is post-commentary, if you couldn't tell. I do like the design of a lot of the ACs, the Armored Cores. I need to stop calling them mechs. In that, like, the game came up with, like, that's really cool. That's a cool color scheme, the red, the gold, yellow, whatever, copper, whatever you call it. But yeah, we're running with the same setup that we had in the previous fight. This guy has a bazooka that I just ate to the face. It hurts, so you know, don't eat it to the face. But he's pretty straightforward. Now my mechanics are poor. They are poor. You're going to see that in a lot of the fights. The mechanics are pretty bad. Yeah, this guy goes down relatively easy. Again, stagger your rockets if you're using them on your shoulders, and yeah, I mean, melee attacks. You know, when you go in for the melees, just be careful of his you know, big shot. But other than that, you should be fine. You know, this is not all that challenging. You know, and for each time you beat these guys, you get OST chips or OS chips, and you get their AC data, so you can actually play as them, which is pretty cool. And then you get their symbol, their emblem. This guy, however, he beats me up pretty good with the setup that I was using before. He killed me twice. I switched to a dual assault rifle, the Ludlows, I believe they're called, and you know, again, not optimal. I'm not a build theory crafter; it's just not my thing. But you know, we're rocking those vertical laser missiles that do a chunk of his AS damage to stagger him, and then when we get him staggered, we go in for the laser cannon, and he goes down fairly easy. Any character that I find that is zippy, like this character, like this AC Infection, you know, he's small and he's moving around a lot. He's in the air, he's flying around. You just want something that's quick. Anything that can do damage quickly and stay on them, you know. So I felt like the Ludlows did a pretty good job there at taking him down. The next fight is UAU, I think is the AC name. You actually run into the pilot of this in the mission that little Z. You actually run into that character in the mission where you have to collect the data logs. Like, she's like a secret fight. You kind of have to go look for her. But we go back to our bazooka and rockets build for this one. She doesn't really pose much of a threat. She's got a bazooka. There, yeah. Don't eat them. This one is really not all that dangerous. Just avoid the bazooka shots and rain down fire. You know, you get your melees. Like, again, my mechanics are terrible. There she eats one of my bazookas. I eat one of her bazookas, but mine are better. And yeah, she's gonna go down pretty quick. She's not all that threatening. You know, with an optimal build, you could probably get her down in under 30 seconds, to be honest. You could probably just stagger her to death. But yeah, there you go. Stagger, going for the kill. And goodbye UAU, little Z, or whatever. Dead. Not that bad. Now the next fight, however, he's a little tougher because, as you'll see, he's a tetrapod, and he's tanky. He's a beefy boy. He's a tanky boy.
Number 23.
Yeah, he is a tanky boy. And he's got a missile launcher, and he's got a blade that he could swipe 1,000,000 times apparently, and like really stun lock you to death if you're not careful. I went in with my bazooka build before. It wasn't happening, so we switched back over to our double machine guns, Ludlows. Don't eat the missiles like that, and our laser cannons. Again, you're just keeping the pressure. You probably could use the pulse gun, the pulse handgun, to deal with his shield. That's probably a little bit more optimal to break through that shield. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eat damage, but there he's staggered. We hit him with the laser cannon, get some more damage. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, just he's gonna float around a lot, you know, because that's what tetrapods do. He's gonna shoot those rockets. And what he's going to do is he's going to bait you. He's going to shoot those rockets to set up the machine, the bazooka or the missile launcher, or he's going to shoot the missile to set up the rocket. So he's going to stagger his attacks the way I should be staggering my attacks. But here we're just going to keep the pressure on. I mean, that's the advantage of these. They don't do high damage. This, I don't know why I flew into him. I was just trying to shoot the laser. There's that his melee attack, which does like. It's not a very long, like the blade isn't very long, but it certainly can do multiple swings. Here I'm just eating damage because I know he's close to death, and I'm just like, all right. And again, I'm not doing this to try to no-hit the bosses or any of that stuff. I'm not good enough. My reflexes are caca. So we're not doing any of that. So that concludes the rank E. And again, you get that emblem for beating him. You get his AC data. Very cool design. I actually like the dark colors on it. Really cool. So then I decided I was going to mess with the creator and try to create an AC with like paint job and like at least a theme build. And I came up with this guy. I called him Stinger. Basically, he's rocking 2 shotguns and double missiles on his shoulders. Not the vertical missiles, the ones that shoot straight forward. It can track multiple targets. But there you see it. I tried to do a custom paint job, yellow and purple, very Decepticon-esque. Anybody who knows me, I'm obviously Megatron 6783. I'm a big Transformers fan. Ironically enough, Megatron is not my favorite Transformer, though. There's a reason why my PSN name is Megatron 6783, because my Xbox name was an Autobot type name, and my PlayStation, because the PS3 was black, I figured, oh, that'll be my Decepticon. Anyway, it's not important. But there's a little tidbit of information. So we messed with the colors, and I settled on this, idea of a bee, Stinger, whatever. Yeah, we're going to go into I believe it's the first mission of Chapter 2. Yeah, that's the watch point. That's the Baltis fight. I thought about doing that one, the Baus, and see if I could get a higher rank on it. And then I just said, nah. Now, keep in mind that I am replaying this mission because I've done it already at this point. And but I'm gonna show you a proper run. There's a lot of log hunts in this fight, in this mission. There's a lot of places you can go in this mission, and there's some really hidden stuff too. I don't even know if I found everything, to be honest with you. But I thought it was I like the layout of this mission. I thought it was really cool. It's probably my favorite mission so far, to be honest. Climbing the wall is really cool. I don't like the Baus mission, but that's simply because of Balteus at the end. I've watched videos of people like beating him in like 3 tries, and I'm just like, holy crap! Like, I'm just really bad at like figuring things out, like putting pieces of the puzzle together. Thanks, education system. Problem solving 101. Yeah, they don't teach people how to solve problems. Like, that's just not what they do anymore. Your critical thinking skills are useless in elementary and schools these days. Anyway, but here we go. We're going in. I really like the way he looks. I was thinking about putting a sheen on him, but I was like, nah, he's a warbot. He doesn't need. I didn't want any weathering. I got tired of looking at it. But the idea is that he's really quick and he could fly around. Like, this is a very lightweight armored core, and I haven't really messed with a lightweight one, with like inverted legs or anything like that, like chicken legs. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoy, when I play Dark Souls, I enjoy going for the dexterity builds, and when I played Elden Ring, like, it's like a dexterity, like samurai blood build, whatever. So I enjoy being able to move around a lot, and this AC certainly gives you that mobility. The boost is there, your energy consumption is there. And here, which I thought was really cool, you fight Invincible Rummy. You fight Mad Stomp or whatever his name is, and this is the first rank F arena boss that you fight. So he's actually in the game, which I thought was really cool. I'm assuming all the other ones are in the game as well. But yeah, and spoiler alert, he's not the only fucking AC that's in this mission. The other one's like really hidden, but you need to find him in order to get all your log hunts done for this quest. Because when I completed it the first time, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get all the log hunts. And then we find that other guy. Dual shotguns. I like it. I like the dual shotguns. I'm sure there's better shotguns than these, but these are the early game ones that you get. So we've killed the Invincible Rummy. Moving on through the level. Now, there's two secrets that I am aware of, and now I didn't fight. There's an area behind, if you're looking straight ahead, there's an area that you can go to where there are two tetrapods, melee type tetrapods with the sniper round thing on it. And the first time I came through here, I saw there was one. I did not notice that there were two, and I was instantly killed with this build. This AC that I have here cannot survive getting hit more than twice by the melee of a tetrapod. Okay, so again, is this optimal? Probably not. But nothing that I'm going to show you is going to be optimal. It is simply just me playing the game and messing around. Now, directly above us is where the tetrapods are. I don't know if I fight them. I don't think I do, because in this run, I actually was trying to get a decent score, which we don't do, by the way. We don't get a decent score at all. But, yeah, so to the left of these guys, if I were to dive off this bridge to the left, that's where the tetrapods are. I don't even bother in this round. It wasn't worth it. Again, I was initially trying to go for a good score. But at this point, I've eaten so much damage. And then I didn't expect to run into another AC. So the goal was to get through to right before the boss fight, because right before the boss fight there's a supply cache that you can get that replenishes your health and everything and your ammo, and that was the goal. The goal was, so you want to kill this guy. I think he's a log hunt enemy. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure the two tetrapods are, but I had already killed them in my first run of this, so I was just like, there's no reason. It's not like you get log hunts each time you kill them. But if you go that way, you're going to get ambushed by these guys. Again, the double shotguns seem to take these guys out in 1 to 2 hits. So, here we go. We're progressing, flying through. I do love the mobility of this thing. I love being able to zip around. Really enjoyed this playstyle. I did try tank treads, you know, off camera, and I can't say I enjoyed that playstyle. I'm sure there's a way to do it, and I'm sure I will build something that's like really beefy, you know. But at this point, this is when I decide I'm no longer trying to go for the S rank, because now I'm just kind of looking around and seeing if I could find any other secrets. I'm like, can I fly up there? And because of my mechanics, I overshoot it and I fall, because God, I am terrible at this game. Boy, howdy, am I bad. It's just the game moves too fast for my reflexes. That's just the God honest truth. Like, so I'm intent on getting up there, though, as you could see. I'm just like, no, I'm gonna get on this ledge, because I don't know if there's. Now I didn't explore as much as I probably should have, because then I'm like, oh, can I get up there? And then the game is like, no, that kind of bothers me a little bit, that there's like these walls, that obviously invisible walls that you're not aware of, you know, until you hit them. But yeah, we're just futzing around. Obviously, at this point, I know the S rank is gone because I haven't been speed running, and then I decide, all right, let's keep going. I don't think I found anything. I keep seeing that marker. I think that's what was throwing me off. I kept seeing this identifier that something was trying to shoot me or something was there, and I just couldn't figure out where it was. Might have been underneath me. My first time through here, I did not notice this area, so I got lost quite a bit my first playthrough. I mean, I feel like I explored every nook and cranny, and then I found out, well, you'll see it in a second, I found this little doozy of a secret. So, in this room, there is the first chest that you can find right there. And you get wreckers. I can't remember what piece it was. I know I'm gonna get leg pieces, so they might have been arms. This thing scared the crap out of me the first time through. And because my mechanics are so bad, I actually like flew into it and took a chunk of damage. Um, so yeah, we're looking around because I'm like, all right, where else can we go? Where else can we go? There's some enemies in here, but again, nothing overwhelming. Nothing that's gonna, you know, really do you in, unless your mechanics are like me. You just eat damage for no reason. So I'm looking over there, and I'm like, oh, it looks like we can get behind the. So I jumped down here first, and I'm like, no, I don't recall anything being down here. But then I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, okay, and then there's a hole. You know, let's you know, look in the hole. Okay, we can drop down there. Okay, and then I'm like, okay, and then I saw that, and I was like, okay. I did not know it was an AC though. I thought it was just like a little dinky enemy, and I was like, oh crap, I'm in for a fight in very tight corridors where I can't zip around and I can't use height to my advantage. So I was actually, in my opinion, at a disadvantage because this AC is meant to be able to jump over and fly above and stay above, you know, using energy. So I had to use a repair kit, and then I just used a bazooka to the mouth, or a missile, whatever it was. This guy's just chunking me. But he is going down. I don't know what he did there, but it looked worse than it actually was. But he's going to get me pretty low. Yeah, I'm just like face tanking. Like, I was not prepared, so I used another repair kit. Did not expect this to be an AC, but as you can see, he's got the log hunt symbol. We take him down, double shotgun's doing the job, and then we get the AC 3000 Wrecker. I don't know what it is, because I haven't really looked. But I'm pretty sure it's leg armor. I think it shows at the end of the mission. So then I'm like, okay, well, we can go in this pipe. So let's get out of here. And then I'm like, well, what if we go, like, across? And, like, oh, does lava hurt? Yes, it does. But there's a goodie in here. Lore. I did not read the lore because I was like, oh my god, I'm being burned alive. So I didn't really get to read it. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video and pause it to read it. Is there a lore tab in the menu? I don't even know. Yeah, like, I don't know a lot about this game. I'm just playing it. You know, like, I hope that comes across. Like, this is a casual old man playthrough of Armored Core. Like, I'm not gonna be teaching you, like, how to build. I'm not a fighting cowboy or a Rurikon or a Vatividia. Like, that's not that. You're not watching this for that. You're watching this because you're a layman just like me. You're a mediocre gamer at best, and you're just like, man, I just want to get through this. Be careful there, because that happens. And then there's a tetrapod, and this is interesting because I run out of all of my fucking rockets. They are gone, depleted. Thank goodness that shotguns can chunk, because again, that's all I got, and I don't have a lot of those ammo either. But yeah, we're chunking. We're also eating a lot, but we're chunking. Again, it's probably best to stay above them. I'm playing this wrong. I eat a chunk right there in my face. Yeah, see, then I get smarter about it. I'm like, look, I have altitude now. I can get above this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I kept spamming my left and right, my L1 and R1, hoping I had rockets, like just out of sheer muscle memory. But yeah, I mean, he's not tough. I mean, if I had the rockets, he'd go down a hell of a lot quicker than he did. And now we're approaching the boss fight, but don't do what I just did, okay? As you approach the boss, if you go to your left, there's a supply cache that will replenish you. Because then I'm like, wait a minute, this is the boss fight, and I literally have no ammunition. So I go in the room, And then I'm like, no, 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 no. I remember there's a supply cache. And it's right here. So, resupply. I would have been dead to rights, although it would have been an awesome kill if I punched that thing to death. And now you're going to see how not to play against this boss. Now, this boss has a weakness. And if you listen to the dialogue, sometimes it pays to listen to your operator person, whatever you call them, your dispatcher, because this on my second playthrough, or I've done this mission 3 times. They're like, "Oh, hey, there's a weak point on this guy if you could find it." And that's the weak point right in front of him. But don't stand and just get punched to death. He staggers really quick. Now when you go in there, they're like, oh, you can target the furnace that's on its back, and that's what I did the first time around. Now I didn't come in here with the stinger. I was using a bazooka build, I believe, my patented bazooka build, and I was just like, I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't stagger this guy, and I'm like, because you see how there's two points of targeting, and honestly, if you have high mobility, it's not a problem. Rockets to the face, double shotguns. Just stay. You want to stay in this area so you can hit the crit. And as long as you're hitting that crit spot, you'll stagger him. You'll do mega damage to him. I mean, if I had a bazooka in this run, oh boy, he probably eats a chunk of damage, or a missile launcher right to the face. I was happy with the stinger. I'm happy with the way it looks. I'm happy with the way it plays. You know, you could always, obviously you could always switch out the weaponry, but the dual shotguns, I thought, they did their job. Just don't face tank this guy like I did with a lightweight build. But there you go, the Smart Cleaner. I'm not even joking, that's its name. The Smart Cleaner. You literally like kill the janitor bot. See, look. Smart Cleaner in the top left. Destroy the autonomous heavy Smart Cleaner. We've killed a giant vacuum. Or a giant. I mean, I don't know what cleaner is using a lava to clean things. I don't get it, but anyway, this is Megatron6783 over on the PSN. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Be good.